In the year 410 AD, the Romans officially left Britain. After 400 years of stone villas and heated baths, the emperor essentially told the Britons to defend themselves. It was the historical equivalent of your landlord moving out and taking the front door with him. Britain was left in a power vacuum, and for the local Britons, who had relied on Roman protection for generations, the timing couldn't have been worse. Raiders were coming, and the island was suddenly very, very quiet. Seeking help, a British leader named Vortigern invited Germanic mercenaries to protect them. These were the Angles, Saxons, and Utes. They came from modern-day Denmark and Germany in wooden ships, looking for land that didn't flood every Tuesday. But there's a reason we don't call them temporary helpers. They realized Britain was fertile and poorly defended. Before long, the security team had moved in their families, built farms, and decided they were the new owners. The native Britons didn't just hand over the keys. This century of struggle created the legend of King Arthur. While modern movies give him a round table and a wizard, the historical Arthur was likely a tough Romano-British war leader. He was the person tasked with stopping the Anglo Saxon advance. He famously won the Battle of Baden Hill, which bought his people a few decades of peace. But eventually, the migration was simply too large, and the Britons were pushed into the mountains of Wales and Cornwall.
The Anglo Saxons gave us our language as we know now as Old English. It was a poetic and a gritty language. They didn't call a body, they called it a bone house. A ship was called a wave floater, for example. They also named our days after their own gods, Tiv, Woden, and Thonor, better known today as Thor, the god of thunder. So, if you're watching this on a Thursday, you're technically celebrating the Anglo-Saxon god of thunder. They eventually converted to Christianity, which brought back libraries and literacy, ending the so-called Dark Ages. The final legacy. The Anglo-Saxons era lasted 600 years until the Normans arrived in the year 1066. But they never truly left. They didn't just change the name of the land to England, they became the English people we know today. Their laws, their villages, and their stubborn language are still with us every time we speak, and they were the architects of the world we live in today. Thanks for watching.